How do we start this? Wow, this is suddenly hard.
Yeah,
like
yeah,
when
yeah.
when
It's
we're
always
sitting
like
here
that.
and
Yeah.
with the mic,
Yeah.
it's quite
always like
hard.
when you press record, you're like, suddenly.
Yeah.
It's like when people ask you like, oh, like what, sing a song, and then suddenly you don't forget, you don't remember
You forgot any songs.
Yeah, there's no songs
Yeah.
that you know anymore.
Okay, so
Yeah.
yeah,
I guess just like
be in this moment.
yes.
Okay, so let me introduce myself. Hi guys, my name is Kevin and this is Heidi.
Hi everyone, Heidi.
Heidi. Oops. Yeah. So today we are here to. I think this is my first video about this this whatever it is
Session.
at this moment.
Yeah,
This session.
session.
We do not know the
What to call it?
what to call it
Just
yet.
yet, yeah.
But we will decide, and you guys can help us too. If you have any idea what we're gonna call this show, you can drop
some
a comments.
comments,
Yeah,
true.
down there. But anyways, so today, I think we're gonna be talking about the new norm. So the topic that we are starting with will be new year, new norm, right?
Yeah. Usually it's like new year, new me, but we're all collectively just in the new normal. So
Yes, I
Yeah.
think so too. Okay, so let's start.
yep.
Um,
How has the year been? Like this
for
first
me,
month.
I guess this first month was harsh. I think like when last year December happened and like when MCO was in the like was the safe zone and like we could like go out and work and all.
Yeah.
Like I was really looking forward to this year as like, you know, end of last year was considered like a great month for me
Yep.
because like I have been starting working and then like it was amazing. Like I feel that like I get to meet people at that time as well and then like get to know people and also at the same time work towards my goal on like
Yep.
what I want to do in the future and like, you know, especially like for me, I like to decide on like what I want to be or like what do I want to achieve like
Yeah.
by a certain age.
Yep.
So when I started working last year December, I was so happy, you know. I was just
Yeah.
like, okay, I need to like
Yep.
like get back on track.
Yeah, it's like momentum's
where-
back up.
yeah,
Like get
where
back
do
on
I
that.
start first?
Yep,
How do I
yep.
start this? And then
Yeah.
you know, and then like it was great
Mm-hmm.
until 2021 came
Yeah.
and it just like crashed like
Yep.
because like the year was fine, like I mean the month was fine, like
Yeah.
the starting 2
Yeah.
weeks.
Yeah.
I
I felt
guess.
like it was like a whole, almost like January felt like a couple of months. Because it was almost like, you know, like it's like the first 2 weeks, you're like, you have that little bit of like, okay, momentum's back, you know, I can start working again, go out. And then you see the
Yes.
number of cases rising and you're like, shit, like, are we about to go back in lockdown? But then you're like, you're hoping, you're holding on to this, like, that tiny bit of hope that like maybe we won't. Because like in my mind also, I was like, the economy is too bad lah. I don't think we can like completely shut down again, you know. But then like we
Yes.
hit like what was it, like 2,000
Yeah,
cases a day?
I think we
And
hit
then, like,
2000.
yeah, and that was when they were like,
And it was like
They
now
called it-
it's gradually increasing.
yeah, it's getting worse.
So it's so bad. Yeah. I
Yeah.
think like honestly, like I think both of us as well.
Yep.
When we started this pandemic, like it was we were very hopeful, you know,
Yeah,
like
yeah,
okay,
yeah.
like let's like get
yeah.
these numbers
like
down.
last year March, it was
Yeah.
like because we were doing pretty well as well, like to the point where it's like Malaysia was like in national news. So like
Yes.
our small country is like doing so well, like one of the best like recovery rates, blah blah blah.
Yeah.
And then it just like
Went downhill.
just
you
completely
know.
went
And then
downhill,
like
yeah.
we had so many like MCOs.
Yeah,
and, like
yeah.
it just like
Yeah.
lock open, close, open, close.
yeah, MCO,
And, like, they keep-
EMCO, RMCO.
Yeah.
I'm just like
And, like I don't know which one is which at this point.
Yeah.
But like when this year happened and like we
Yeah.
have a lockdown again, I just like you
Yeah.
know, like I'm not into it, you know, like
yes.
I'm not hopeful anymore. Like
Yeah,
I'm just like, you
yeah.
know, like
Everybody's like in
I don't
want
want to do anything.
Yeah, in this like weird bubble of just like don't have motivation. It's like you're not completely okay, but you're not like bad either. It's just this
Yeah.
weird like almost like you just feel neutral. Like you can't be excited about anything. You're scared to be excited for anything.
Yeah.
You know, it's like
And like we cannot like have our hopes up, you know, like
Yeah.
like especially like when the news says that like, you know, it ends on this and
Yeah,
ends on
yeah,
that.
yeah.
Like we cannot like
Yeah.
take it.
you're mentally preparing for like
Yeah.
basically last
Yeah.
year times 2 lah. It's just like
it's so
lockdown
bad, but,
again. Yeah.
You know, like I heard the news
Yep.
saying that like, you know, this year is like last year was the trial run,
Yep.
and this year is like the
yeah.
the shit year.
yeah, yeah.
And I'm just like, no, why do you have to see that? Like, it's so bad. And
Yeah.
like, I just don't want it to happen. Like, to be
Yeah.
honest, like, I beat myself
Mhm, mhm,
because like I don't achieve what I want to achieve.
Yeah.
And whatever that I want to do,
Yeah.
and I want to like
Yeah.
the goals I want to learn as well.
Yeah.
The stuff I want to learn. It's
Yeah.
so
Yeah, like I feel like
Yeah.
all of us had kind of like a, it's like you always think like, okay, where do I want to be in 5 years? And then you think, you break the process down to like smaller parts, and then you're like, okay, in this next year I want to do this and this and this, so that like, let's say even if it's
Like
like
to cover.
yeah, like learn some skills,
Yeah.
you know what skills you need to be there in like 5 years. And so you're like, okay, I'm gonna collect these skills this year. And then like that completely just derailed like in 2020. Like for me, even like, it was just kind of like, I just want to continue to learn and like progress in like the fields that I'm doing, because like I think the both of us, we just kind of like hop around, like we try all different types of things. And like that was possible back when like this pandemic wasn't around, because people were just like, there's so many opportunities, like so many like new businesses coming up, and like so many new opportunities to like work with like these new people, new creatives, all that type of thing. And then like when this happened, all those like side projects, all those like passion projects just completely disappeared,
Yes.
because like the companies are disappearing.
Yeah, and at the same time, like in terms like monetary, right?
Yeah.
It's like it's so hard to sustain at this point.
Yes.
Like you don't know when it will lock down, and then you don't even know when.
Yeah.
Like especially for like us as creatives and all.
Yeah.
Like we don't have much work.
Yes.
And like I'm not sure if like you're in this scenario, but for me, like I don't have like a stable job. Like I don't have like a consistent paying job, which is it's very hard. Like especially being a freelancer, we always have to look forward to what is next, what is next. So there is no like, oh, I'm set for like this year, because like I know I'm going to get paid for like every month. You know what I mean? Monthly pay and shit like that. And like it's very hard, and especially like me wanting to do like passion projects. Like if you don't know, like I do a lot of shoots as well, and also like collab with people that are beautiful people like her, and then we do shoots and stuff like that. So like that's what I always like to do, and I always have done it before this pandemic. But now like I have not thought about it just because like I also want to think of like what is now, like what is important now, which is getting money.
A lot of people have kind of like pivoted from like, unfortunately, I think like creatives as well, like we're such like passionate people, like like passion projects is what keeps you alive. Like the 9 to 5, like the financial stuff, that's like okay, if to put food on my table, but like for you to continue to like sustain you as a person, it is this like passion projects, and it sucks that like we don't have that, because like full-time, like a little backstory for you guys, like full-time, it's like I work in like entertainment. I'm like in the event industry, which is like quite the industry to be in during this pandemic as well, like where people like cannot go out. So unfortunately it's like, but like I'm fortunate enough to be in like a young company that like can pivot at this time. So like we've been doing what we can, but like on the side, like Kevin said, like sometimes we'll do like shoots together. We actually met through a shoot, and like so like I model on the side, which is like something that I completely love, like, and I'm also like talent for like a couple other things. So like I'll do like commercials and stuff like that, and like I feel like the both of us, like whatever, if people reach out and they're like, do you want to try this, like I'm like, hell, I'm down for it, like I'll host.
I mean,
I'll,
like you just go for it.
You just go for it, like, when you're young and you can, And so that's the stuff that I feel like has been kind of taken away from us, like, which I really, really miss. Like I really miss doing all that stuff.
I mean, going to this topic of like differences between like what we did last time then and like now, like what do you think that really changed about this whole situation where we have to go into like MCO and like even then, like even there's no MCO, but with us wearing masks and like doing things differently, like what do you think that like really changed for you?
I think like for me, like coming into like, I think now it's like, it's so weird even to think about that, like our whole society collectively knows the procedure with like lockdown, I remember like back when the lockdown first happened in like last year, March, is it?
Yes, March.
Yeah. Like I remember that time, I would still like the first time I went out, because during that first lockdown, because I stay with my family, right? So I was like lucky enough to not have to like go out and do stuff, because my parents, they were just like, the moment they said like, okay, like you can still go out to do groceries, they were like, we're gonna do all the grocery runs, because they wanted to leave the house, like they just wanted to go out. And for me, I'm like damn paranoid. Both of us are damn paranoid. And so I was like, I don't really want to leave. And so like for the first lockdown, I think the entire month I didn't go out at all. And so like my first time going out, I forgot my mask. I went to go and like refuel at the gas station. At that time, I didn't like have mask in my car as backup. Now I do.
Yeah, now I do too.
Used to it, right?
Yeah, and like you're just scared. Like just genuinely, generally, it's like very scary to like not have masks at this point.
Yeah, and you know like how it's like last time it used to be like, you know that feeling you get when you walk into Sephora and you don't have makeup on? Like that's the same feeling you get when you walk out and you don't have a mask on. Everybody's looking at you and they're like, what are you doing here? Like you don't belong, you know? So it's almost like, so that first time I went out, the moment I got out from a car, I was like, what am I missing? Because I was looking around and subconsciously I was like, I know that I'm supposed to have something, but I can't remember what it is. And then I realized I didn't have a mask on, and I was like, yo, shit, and I had no mask in my car. Like that wasn't normal. But now it's like every time I walk out, it's always like,
it's an automatic
keys, wallet, mask, sanitizer, you know?
Yeah.
Like it's like you just like, and so it's so weird that like the whole society instinctively now, like, you know, the procedure. The moment the like government was like, okay, back into lockdown, there wasn't panic buying, all that, because like people already know it's almost like business as usual. And so like that's what we mean when we say it's like new normal. Like people are so used to it now. And I think like even with like day-to-day schedule, I think that's the biggest difference for me lah. Mentally, like big shift in terms of like compartmentalizing almost like your home space into home and work. Because like we work from home, right? Yeah. So it's like even with that, like I have to switch it off, you know, because like the first lockdown, I don't know about you, but I was like working overtime, like, you know, because it's like you want to distract yourself, you know, you want to feel like you're doing stuff, because like I feel like even people our age, like we want to have that grind, we want to consistently be doing stuff, and I think like that's definitely like, I think the biggest shift for us lah. It's just suddenly like record scratch completely stop, you know, like
I think that's for me as well. Like I think that like back when it was like still new at this pandemic and all, like I felt like it was so hard, but at the same time, like I knew I had to do something, so I was like finding things to do, you know, like going to YouTube and learning shit. You know, like
everybody was like,
the,
I'm gonna do a new skill,
like,
I'm gonna bake bread.
I'm gonna bake bread. Like you going on TikTok and be like, okay, maybe I should start TikTok, and stuff like that. Like, but now, like I think it has been so long, and like the constant of like lockdown and like extensions, and even if like it's open, like, and like you get to do things, like usually when you start to do things, you have that momentum, you know, like, and you just want to keep going. So like this year, like I feel that it was really like hard for me to, like emotionally very hard as well, is because my momentum was already up. Like I was like going for shoots, and like I was doing shoots for like whoever, like I cannot say, but like I was doing shoots for whoever, and like it was like the best time of my life. Like I haven't felt so much joy in working. You know, like you know, after like
it was like so exciting to
it was so exciting, you know? And then like when the lockdown came, like when they announced, I was just like, I can't, like like usually I would hold up, like I could, okay, we still can wait, like, you know, like I can do something else, but now it's like fuck, like, you know, like
it's almost like I want to do that, or I don't want to do anything at all.
and like it's so hard, like emotionally, like I feel that like it's a ride, it's a roller coaster, you get what I mean, like even like when I have work, let's say like, because we work from home, right? So like my boss would send me something, or you know, whoever that like needs help to send me something, and like I have to do it, but like I just don't have the energy, and like I don't know how to sit there and like do it, you know, get what I mean, like I look at it, I'm just like like I'm not feeling it at all.
There's almost something like hanging over your head. You're like doing it, but like in the back of your mind, you're like, you know that I can only do this right now. Like at any moment, I could just stop being able to do it, do this, you know, like be it like if let's say you work in the office, or like if let's say like for you it's like going to shoots and stuff, it's like it's almost hanging over your head, like at any moment I can just not be able to go out to do shoots anymore, because the government is gonna like close things down,
and like,
you know?
for me, like being someone that is like kind of, I would say, like love to work, for someone like that loves to work, like all of a sudden like just be taken away, and like at the same time, like it's like they give you, macam like I give you a candy, but I don't want you to have the candy. Like it's just that.
Like hold the candy, but like don't eat it. You know, like
I'm just like, then don't give it to me. Like, you know, like if like if like you want us to be sustaining, and like also feel the same, and like, you know, as we work from home and stuff like that, like I think we should all be like, you know, like if you say like lockdown, just
Yeah,
lockdown,
yeah.
just like keep
Just
it
like
that
do
way.
it the one time and do it well.
Yes,
and
and
then
do
like
it
so we
well.
can get out of it.
And then
you know?
when we are out,
Yeah.
we are out.
Yes.
You know what I mean? Like
Correct,
there
correct.
is no more coming back
Yeah,
in.
yeah.
Like when I came back in, I was just
Yeah.
like fuck, like
Yeah,
you know,
yeah,
like
yeah,
what? You know, like I just can't. You
Yeah.
know, and like knowing me as well, like the momentum was there. So like when it locked down, it was just legit like a bandit, like
Yeah.
just.
Yeah,
You know what I mean? Like it was
Yeah. I think even like we were talking about it as well, like, and I mean like talking about this year, so coming into the new year 2021, like with people around our age also, like everybody has said the same thing. Like even if you go and scroll on Twitter, so like people are just like, why am I feeling this lack of like motivation? You know, why don't I want to do anything? And I think it's because of that lah. It's because like, you know, they give us a bit, then they take it back. They give us a bit, and they take it back. So it's like for you to feel excited, it's like you can't, because like in the back of my mind, you know that like, okay, they could just like take that back at any moment. And so it's like it kind of sucks as like now it's like really hard to like get excited for stuff.
Yeah,
you know, because
but I
like,
mean
you're
like
just so scared.
in terms of like whatever we said just now as well, like how did you cope? Like
Yeah.
as for me,
Yeah.
like I think I started doing meditation.
Yeah.
So like I mean get myself centered
Yeah.
and like, you know, just not be with anyone and like listen to music or even dance, because I'm a dancer as well. So like it helps me to calm down.
Yeah.
So like, or like, you know, just not think about whatever that's happening and whatever that we are going through. So like that's what I do. It's like kind of an escape lah.
Yeah. It very is that as well. I think like a lot of people now are turning to like some form of escapism, be it like you said, watching movies, or like maybe like you dance, you know, like get that energy out somehow, right? Like, I think like for me, for a while, it was like yoga. I was like doing yoga for a bit.
Oh,
yeah,
okay.
because I was going for yoga prior to like the lockdown, back when we could go out and about, because I was like really taking advantage of like ClassPass. And so like I was like, you know, because before this, it was very hard for me to stay consistent with exercising. And so I was like, okay, I'm gonna do ClassPass, because that means like I paid in advance already, so I have to use it. The Asian in me was like, you cannot waste the points.
Yeah.
So I was like, okay, so like I was going for like boxing classes, I was going for yoga classes.
Whoa,
and like
she a boxer or whatever.
and so like that was really fun. So like now, like when I'm at home, like sometimes like after a workout, like if I feel like I didn't get enough in, I'll like shadow box, or I was doing some like vinyasa like flow like at home, just following videos and stuff. But, like with me, like I always get bored, so I always have to rotate. So like after a while, like because we've been in lockdown for so long, right? So like I already got tired of like doing yoga. So then now I'm on to like, me and my friends have like my friend actually, she created like a group where we just do Zumba together. So we're like FaceTime and Zumba, which I think is like what a lot of people are doing now, is like you do stuff together but like via online, via call, right? So like we do Zumba via like FaceTime, and then for a while like we got into the whole like Among Us craze. I don't know if you were playing Among Us, but like that shit was like so good.
Honestly, I did. Like,
Yeah.
we played Among Us with my friends, but it wasn't like,
Yeah.
okay, for me, like I didn't
Yeah.
really like the game.
Okay.
So, like maybe because
Yeah.
I don't play much games.
Yep.
So like Among Us was like a stupid game.
Yeah,
for
yeah,
me.
yeah.
Like I think the game that like I kind of am hooked up with now is Genshin. Like I don't know if you know that game, but like it's just like
Yep.
like MOPG game where like you
Okay.
run around, like,
Yeah.
like do adventures and shit like that.
Uh,
And like I'm kind of hooked with it also because like my friends play it,
yeah.
and like the sceneries and stuff on this game is really amazing. So
Yeah.
like for me it's like when I play the game with my friends and like we are all in the same server,
Yeah.
we are like going to the location. So
Yes.
practically like we are going out.
Yeah.
But,
Going
like,
out with
we are
one another.
not, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like and it's fun. Like
Yeah.
like we get to like beat bosses and stuff
Yeah.
like that, which is like kind of like an escape as well.
Yep.
And like all of us are trying to like level up who is who.
Yeah.
stuff like
So it's
that.
like it's a competition as well.
And
Like,
then, like, especially like when new banners come out, means
Yep.
new characters come
Yep.
out, and then we're like, should we like
yeah.
get this character?
Yeah.
You know, should we spend? Which is like come to the point of like trying not like wanting to save, but
Yeah,
cannot
yeah,
just
yeah,
because like it's there, like
Yep.
it's online,
Yep.
and like even like buying clothes as well.
Like the skins and stuff.
Yeah, like the skins for the
Yeah,
game,
yeah.
and it's not
Yeah.
for you. You
Yeah,
know,
yeah,
it's
yeah.
legit for the game.
Yeah.
And you're just like, like it's so hard not to say no.
Yeah.
You know, and it's just that it's just one click button. Like
Yeah.
for Apple, it's just like you just have to look into the phone.
Yeah.
and
Yeah. You just have to like
ding.
click, and it's
Yeah,
like,
it's like ding,
done.
and you get it. You get what I mean?
Yeah.
So it's like
Yeah.
it's so hard.
Yeah. I think even with that, like like for me now, it's like, because before this it was like Among Us, and then like the Among Us craze like died down. But honestly, like Among Us I think was like more just an excuse for us to like video call one another, because I was playing with my like international friends, and so like we had to like bend over backwards to try and find a time where everyone could play. So like it was like night time, it was like late night for us, like in Malaysia. And then like my friends in like the Arab countries, it was like late evening, so it was like a good like middle ground for like when everybody's like winding down, you have time to play. So it was like just good, because I think like for us, it's like the game itself, there's not much to it, but like I think we all know like Among Us is not some complicated, like it is a bit of a strategy game, like if the way, depending on the way you play it. But it was like more fun just to see whether like we could lie to one another, like if we could convince one another.
And also
But,
maybe like gang up to kill someone. Yeah,
exactly. Especially when like you, and because you know who the other imposter is, right? So like you just like pandai lah. So like the two of y'all are like, and like usually we'll play with like if we want to go on like hard mode, we have like the camera on the voice call, so you can see their faces like as they're playing. So it's like if you have time to like look at their faces, sometimes it's like you know who's kind of sus, you know. And so it's like so like after that died down, then like now I'm playing like The Sims. So like I was like playing The Sims. I played it for the first time last year actually. I never had The Sims, because like my mom is like, she knows that like if I have a game console, I'm not gonna do anything else. So she was like, you know, early on she was like, no game consoles for me or my like siblings. Okay. I was like, no. And so like I like got The Sims, and then like so now I'm just playing it, and like, you know, like everybody is talking about how like, oh, it's so hard not to like online shop. Like people make jokes about like, I just want to buy something to like feel excited or something, like just waiting for it to arrive. And so like I'm distracting myself by just like not buying love, like I'm like just downloading like custom content for my Sims. So I'm just like buying them clothes. I'm like, you know, I'm getting them like pets, like mods for like seasons and stuff like that, just to like have more stuff to do in the game. But it's honestly like so fun. I just keep making more people and like building houses, and I've even made like my friends in The Sims, and so like me in The Sims as well. So they get to hang out because they all live in this like big party house, and so it's like kind of fun. Like live through them lah. Like at least they're like able to hang out and see each other, you know. And so so now like I recently just got like packs for like pets, and so like I'm making our cats too, because like all of my friends have cats. So
you wanted a cat too?
Yeah, I wanted a cat too. So I was like, okay, like no.
I'm gonna get a cat because you guys have a cat.
No, I have cats. I have 2 cats. But like, but I wanted them in The Sims. I was like, I want them in The Sims. So I was like, I'm gonna.
Like, I have 2 cats in real life. But not The Sims. So
but my Simmy doesn't have cats, and that's not okay. So I downloaded the mod for that, so that she could have 2 cats as well. So I'm just making cats. Like just keep adding more stuff to the game, because like it really is like where I escape to these days. You know, like there's not much for me to do like in my day to day, like besides work and then like, you know, watch videos and movies and stuff like that. And honestly, like I binge like nobody else. So like my Netflix dah habis. Like I have nothing else to watch on Netflix, same. You know. Honestly, so
like I think like you just sit, like especially when like in this pandemic, like you just sit and just watch. Like by the time like it's like night, you've already finished the whole series.
And you've already like, you consume so much media constantly, and like, you know, it's if not watching Netflix, it's like you're on Twitter and you're consuming media, you're on Instagram, you're consuming media, Facebook media, and so it's just like so much stuff. And so like going into The Sims, I'm like, what bodo, you know, like you turn your brain off and you just like just play. And so
but like I feel like for me, like when my brain is turned off, like it will to be turned off. Like
she's just that.
Like even if I receive like an email to do something, I'm just like no. I'm gonna finish this first. Which is like God knows when.
Very that. Yeah, honestly.
And then it's just so bad.
Yeah.
But I think like for me, like work life wise, work life wise is like so bad for me. And like I just want to do something. And like I want to learn something. That's it. Like, you know, like I mean, like playing games are fun. Like, being with.
But it's for like it's a break thing. It's like a, you know, it's
break for a year, bitch.
Yeah,
like,
exactly.
We had a break for a whole fucking year, bitch.
It should be a break thing, you know. It's like, it's almost like you learn during this pandemic that like too much of a good thing is too much of a good thing. Like you before this, you know, like when you're exhausted and you're tired. Because I don't know about you, but like prior to the pandemic, like that first month of 2020
was the best month of your life.
Like it was insane for me. Like I was like not getting enough sleep. I was just like moving constantly, and like I think our generation, like we have it conditioned into us, like we thrive in those situations. You know, like a little bit of good stress is good for us. Like we move, you know, we're moving, and that's what we want. And it's like literally that first month, it was insane, and I was like, I just want a break. she didn't know what she was asking for. She
Yeah.
was like,
She was
be
like,
careful, be
"Oops."
careful what you ask for. I was like, oh, I could really use a break. And then like, boom, lockdown for like a
Yeah.
month, 2 months. And then I was like, oh, you can't wait to go out and do stuff. And it's just like, she didn't know what she was asking for. Like it definitely like privileged enough to say like there was some good things to
Yeah.
the pandemic as well. But again, like too much of a good thing.
Yeah.
You know, like ready to get back to doing stuff. But like mentally, you know, like right now, like with us talking about like coming into this new year, we still have to like get over that, you know, that like just getting that momentum back, getting that drive to like want to get back to things. Because it's like back on my mind, I know like I want to go back to doing stuff, but consciously right now, like I'm like so low energy, so, you know, and like it's a matter of that, like I think like it's a mental thing. I've always been one of those people who's like mind over mind type of thing, you know, like I'm always about that. So like even when I'm sick, I'm like mind over matter,
Same.
you know,
like you just want to go and like
yeah.
you know, not think about it.
Yeah, prior to this pandemic, I was like, if I get a fever, so I'm like, you know, I got stuff to do, I don't have time for this, I'll put it somewhere else. Now it's like, okay, if I have fever, I'm like, okay, you gotta like, you know, social distance, quarantine yourself, like stay in your room. And so it's just just getting over that lah, like clicking that in my brain, like get back into that mood, you know.
Okay, so like we are gonna have a break. We are gonna get some drinks and all, and then we'll be back. So stay tuned. I'm gonna start like recording. I'm gonna start this live in a second. Let's wait for that. Okay, clap. Yeah, I think we're live. Yeah. Okay, so
hello guys. For recording us, we are back. This is Heidi and Kevin.
Hi guys.
For those of you joining us on live, so basically this is a little like edited of something that we're doing.
Yeah.
I'm excited we're doing. No name yet.
No name yet.
No name yet, but yeah, just starting on this little baby.
Yeah.
So to give you guys a little bit of context, we just talked a little bit about how it's been like.
Yeah.
This new normal. So we're just jumping back onto that.
Yeah.
New year, new normal.
Yes.
One,
Like to all of you, like the ones that in live, if you guys have anything to say, like, you know, anything you want to talk about and like tell us in this dreadful year with like this pandemic going on, like you can like come and talk to us. Like we'll probably post this around next week, so if you watch the video and like you have any comments, do hit the comments and like, you know, tell us what we want to talk about, you know, like
come through, drop
and we just have fun, you know, just chill and chat. So
you wanna come here and chat, like Kevin know.
but
like,
your test
socially
socially
distant.
distance. Yeah, as you can see, we still have that gap. And like we're facing front, so but anyways, as we were talking this now, I think this year has been like, as in like this starting of this year hasn't been good, you know. Like I think that a lot of us, a lot of creatives and whoever that is out there that want to strive to learn more, especially people that are in uni. To be honest, like I'm not studying anymore, but like I feel bad for the people that are studying, especially in schools and like unis. And I feel that if like this pandemic goes on, like I'm not sure what are they learning, you know. Like I seen like some of my friends and like whoever that is like younger than me, especially like nephew and niece, like they are having online classes and like they're small, like 5 years old, 6 years old, and like I'm not sure if they're learning anything because like
they don't want to be in school anyway.
Yes.
It's like just, you know, right now it's like okay, like
yeah, and they're so distracted, like and I feel that like 5-year-olds, 6-year-olds are distracted. Like we are distracted too. I feel that whoever that like, you know, is studying as well is very distracted, and especially like people that work, like distraction not so much. Like I feel that for me distraction is not an issue, but more of me willing to do it. Like I find it so hard to go on and like do whatever that I want to do just because like Yeah, just because like I'm home and like I cannot work from home. Like if you guys know me, like I'm not the work from home type, and whoever that knows me knows that I like to meet people, I like to talk to people, I need to get to make new friends, which is like something that I like. But MCO and like whatever that has happened, like hasn't been great. Like me looking at my work and like whatever emails that I get from like whoever is and all, like it's so hard. Shout out to Riz for still having me in Insporium. Thank you. Whoever that hasn't shameless plug, whoever hasn't seen the contents of Insporium, do check them out. Like I'll probably put it in the link because since I shout out. So yeah. But anyways, back to it. Like yeah, I think that I'm so happy that I have them to be here, and like if like there's anything that I want to do, or like I have problems with, like let's say I want someone to talk to, I have like them to talk to, and I have you as well, which is like something that like I think everyone in this time needs, because like it's very hard to go on, to be honest. Like for me, like I just can't, like sometimes like even though I'm not doing anything, like there is no issues, but I somehow have issues. I somehow have an issue. So like it's just so hard, like just trying to hold in and like be at the present, in the present, and like see a future towards whatever that is happening now, because like it's unforeseeable. Like whatever, every time when we get something and we achieve something, and then like lockdown and it's taken away from us, and it's just like,
it's
so
just back and
next?
forth. Yeah, it's like this. You're almost like a yo-yo. It's like up and down.
Yeah.
And I think it's like I think even with like this lockdown, I think one of the things that we've kind of learned is that like even those of us who are kind of a bit more introverted, and we need a time to like recharge spiritually. We are human beings, like social creatures, and like just being, for those of us who are like locked down with other people, like we're lucky to at least have those people to like talk to, but even that also like we need that, right? Like the switch. Like, see other people. So it's like, a lot of us like it's our friends. It's just like people say, and now it's like anybody outside that kilometer radius. Like, why at least like that kilometer radius.
We're not even like, we're probably like within 5.
Yeah.
Like the fact that we are so near.
Yeah.
Which is but but I think that like with all said, my phone is black. Sorry, I'm coming to the camera. Wait. Oh no, it's off. Yeah, it just switched off by itself.
Oh, I know.
Whoa, who's in our live? Wow, there's a lot of people. What in the world?
Hi everyone on live.
I'm like, wow, there's a lot of people. What in the world?
Tiba-tiba.
Yeah, like my lives never have people.
Yeah, honestly, no lives ever have people.
With that said, and I think that like, where was I?
What are we talking about? It's always like this. Every time we have a conversation, it's always like, what was I talking about? Oh, with like seeing people.
Yeah, with like seeing people and all. Like I guess that like we just have to hold up. Like I think that even though it's so hard to maintain sanity, like in this period of time, but like let's just look forward, and like be
and I think like even sometimes like when I sit and I'm like, oh, I really miss seeing people, I miss being able to eat out, like I do recognize, and I think like that's one of the things this pandemic has really like highlighted to us, is for me like the topic of privilege. Me being able to sit in like my warm home, like in my soft bed with food on my table, and be able to be like, oh, I miss going out, I miss seeing people. Like I understand that that's privilege, and I think that's one of the things that in a way like was was something that I definitely would not have learned if it wasn't for being stuck at home and just with myself, just having that time to slow down, because like we are at that age where we just rush around and we thrive on that. But I think also like having this, like being forced to slow down, it makes you like reevaluate like what is actually important and what are things that we tell ourselves are important. And I think like that it's just that lah. But getting a little like a little deep there. Pull myself back up.
But I mean, like we're here, like whoever that, I mean like everyone is going through this, and like I think that we are not alone.
Yeah.
Like everyone is
Thank
going
God
through the
for
same
FaceTime.
thing. Yeah, thank God for FaceTime. Thank God for
Zoom.
Zoom. Like I think that without all that, I think I'll be dead.
Yeah.
Like
I'm alive, but I'm dead.
yeah, alive but dead. So yeah, so like yeah, I think thank God for that, and thank God for games.
Yeah.
Like I feel that like I mean games that like introduce other people, like you know, like with friends and stuff like that.
Yes.
Especially like
Yeah.
what was that game that you were saying?
Among Us.
Among Us. Like honestly, to me like it's the dumbest game.
Yep.
But at the same time, like I'm very grateful for it because like everything that you do there is like with your friends.
Yes.
Like
Yeah.
just have fun.
Yeah.
Like,
even if it's like kind of like in a public server, like sometimes you do get like people who are just like strangers, but like they're really like nice, you know, and just being able to like just have that interaction, you don't realize how valuable that stuff is until you don't have it anymore.
Yeah.
And so it really sucks out for us. It's always just like grass is always greener on the other side. You know, back when we go out, it's like I'm so tired going out. Now that we're stuck at home, I'm so like
yeah. But at the same time, like also like at this time also like I have like you know after meditation and whatever that like is going through, right? I feel that whoever that is with me, like friends and like people that work with me and like we click and stuff like that, is I'm very happy to have them. Like I'm very happy to have had them, and like we are still like together now, especially like me and you. Like I feel that like without like I appreciate more, you know, like I appreciate these people that are here that are always like asking me like, bro, are you okay? Sis, are you okay?
Yeah.
Like that is like the shit, like you know, even though like
that shit is different. That's like a love language, you know. It's
you know,
like, hey, are you alright?
Yeah, and like just consistent talking, like even though sometimes like we're busy as well.
Yeah.
But like when we talk, we have so much to say.
Yeah.
Like especially for this session that we're in. Whoever that's watching the live, know that we didn't plan this much.
Yeah.
Like
we literally just said like, okay, we're gonna do this topic, and then now we're here.
Yeah, so we didn't plan anything. So whatever that we're talking today is actually very raw.
Yeah.
Which
if
is
you catch this like if you catch this video next week, it's gonna be a lot of rambling lah. Not gonna lie, there's gonna be like a lot of stuff in between.
But at the same time, like just enjoy, just chill, turn off, and like just watch whatever that we are gonna say.
Yeah.
Like I think that like we are just here to be here and like talk to whoever that
wants
like,
to hear.
And like if it relates to you guys, like you can hit the comments and then like just that, like you know, like just hit the comments and like we'll see if we or like me or her will want you be in the show or like in this series.
I mean, if you want to be in, come lah. You know, call through.
Like you can call through like you can call in and then like we can chat if you want. But like whoever that is in the live now, that is your privilege.
I mean, if you guys want to join, like we can definitely do like a live, like because right now this first one is like first one recorded lah. But like after this, if people want to join us, like
then we will like switch to live. So I guess so. Like I think like this channel that this episode, this session is just for everyone to be like here and like just to talk to each other and like even though like we have Zoom calls and all, like we don't need to make it a video, but I want to make a video like
okay, Kevin, we get it. Shoot.
Like I shoot. So and like I just think that like being in like conversations with like people like Heidi and whoever that wants to join. My phone is gone again. But anyways, like you know, is very enlightening and like you know, especially topics that we talk about, like it's not like bodoh-bodoh you know, we a bit bodoh but also bodoh in the video
Because honestly, I feel like our generation, if you don't make jokes, we'll actually die.
Yes.
Time, like,
with like all this like stupid jokes with memes and shit, like we cannot. So like I guess we should end this here. Like I guess that we are gonna end this. But whoever that's gonna watch this channel this season, like thank you for watching. Like if you like it, like if I think I'm gonna post it on YouTube.
Okay.
So like so subscribe if you like this content, and if you wanna join, just hit the comments below and we'll see you guys.
Yeah, if you want to join, if you have like any
Topics.
topics, questions, comments, like if there's something like you don't like, you feel like okay, moving your hands too much, let us know. Too much of this, too much of this, let us know in the comments. Yeah, and I guess we'll link us as well, like wherever you can find us down in like the description or whatever.
Yeah.
So this has been Heidi
and Kevin.
and
we'll see
no
you
name
guys.
Yet,
No name yet.
yeah.
So please leave a comment
Also, leave us some suggestions
of what we should
names
call
as
this
well.
episode. But yeah.
So this has been Now Session today. So thank you guys for joining us, and we'll see you next time.
See you. Bye. Okay. Yes. Oh my god, that was fun. That was fun.